Morning reception, Miss Coleman's back again, and today is Monday, which means we have a new story. So, our story today is a little bit different. So, last week we learned all about pirates, and this week we're going to learn all about under the sea, because I thought that would link really nicely to pirates. So, our story is called Starry-Eyed Stan. Have a think, what do you think our story could be about? Have a look at the front cover of our story. What do you think it could be about? So, let's have a read. Have you ever heard a starfish sing? I'm not sure if you can. Apart from one young, boastful chap, a star whose name was Stan. One day he got up on the stage, with fans all gathered round, and as he sang, they cheered and swooned. Oh, what a beautiful sound! But the smell of all the creatures who'd assembled in one spot attracted quite a nasty crab whose name was Lancelot. Ooh, he said, what have we here? A feast of fish galore. I'll eat my fill and then come back to munch on even more. Now when the fish saw Lancelot, they all began to flee. Click, clack. But starfish find that tricky, so they tend to freeze, you see. Young Stan still hadn't noticed that his audience had gone. He was caught up in the moment, so continued singing on. Oops. Then Lancelot approached him with a hungry-looking grin, but stopped and started shouting, "Oh, good gracious, what's that din?" And din means a really loud noise. The tune was just too lovely for a grouchy crab to bear. Ah! You did it! All the starfish cried. You saved us with your flair. Please teach us all to sing as well. We need a new defence. But Stan just laughed. You'll never learn my talents too immense. The next day Stan was singing to an audience of eels when his show was interrupted by some not too distant squeals. Eek! Help! Then suddenly there came a noise, a click and then a clack, and everybody knew that grumpy Lancelot was back. Oh, and what's he got over his ears now? That's right, he's got some headphones. Stan stood strong and faced him as he sang with all his might, but Lancelot looked different and seemed far less full of fright. Just as Stan had lost all hope, he heard a little yelp. It was Jay, the tiny starfish, who just knew she had to help. Jay could hear her voice was wobbling as she struggled with the song, and she knew for it to work she'd need more friends to sing along. So she hunted high and low behind the rocks and in the cave, and she begged the other starfish to join in and to be brave. Then one by one each starfish stood until they formed a crowd, and the song began to grow as each one bellowed loud and proud. Vibrations moved the water and soon rocked the ocean bed, and the sound waves blew the ear defenders off the big crab's head. The crab just couldn't stand the noise, and so he ran away. Grrr! Then the singing turned to cheers of, "Yes, we did it! Oh, hooray!" Stan stood humbly on the stage to thank his tiny friend and all the other starfish who had helped him in the end. He promised to make up for all the selfishness he'd shown, as he knew that he could not defeat old Lancelot alone. Also, he's realised that he was a little bit selfish, so he needs to thank little Jay, because he helped him. He told them all to meet him in the morning by the stage, and to bring along their friends of any species, size, or age. For Stan had formed a plan to keep the nasty crab away. With some music and some teamwork and the best friends in the bay. Look, he's made Stan's singing school. How amazing is that? The end. That is such a good story, because right at the beginning, Stan was a little bit boastful and a little bit selfish and didn't really want any of his friends to help, or he didn't want to help them, did he? But then Jay came along and he saved the day, and he made Stan realise that he needed to be a better friend. So your activity today is see if you can create your own performance area in your house and do a little performance. So I hope you have lots and lots of fun. I cannot wait to see what you all come up with. I must apologise that Miss Coleman has a cold, so I'm very sorry. But again, I hope you have a really, really good time. See you later. Bye.